Hey, hello dear friends. Good evening, such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So here I am at home, and yesterday I made a video talking about Chinese mythology, Chinese history, and some friends are interested, and they comment that it is good, and especially at this time with a lot of things happening in this world, it is good to have a little bit of other things to talk about, to think about. So I plan to keep on making this story. So this story is about 神农尝百草. And 神农, Shen is God. Nong is agriculture. And 神农 is God of agriculture, but the language order is a little bit different. It's actually a name. His name is God Agriculture, and now he is regarded as God of agriculture. Some friends made comment, what time was this story? All these are prehistoric story. And there was no recorded time, and it changes from book to book. You read one book, the author has a grandma told her in grandma's way, and then you listen to another one, is different. So I'm thinking maybe I can exercise a little bit of my storytelling freedom or creativity, artistic creativity, storytelling creativity, to talk about this story. So 神农 was god of agriculture, and there was no time. Not 3,000 years ago, not 5,000 years ago. There was not a specific time. God of agriculture. He was actually from south of China. 就捏的还有鼻子有眼儿的，你看，说的还挺清楚的。So 是南方的，所以那个地方特别热，所以它又叫炎地。炎是火，那个炎热的炎。有一点像跟火焰的焰差不多同音，但是炎，黄帝、炎帝，对不对？ So he was supposedly from south of China, and if you know China, it is more or less parallel to America's geological space, location. And it's a long, large land. North is very cold. North, Canada, New York, that place, very cold. China has those very cold places. And south, the Caribbean Sea, the Florida, very hot, and China has a hot place also. Guangdong, Fujian. So 神农 was supposedly from south of China, in a very hot place. Maybe you can think about San Diego, if you see parallel, and you can think about not Arizona, maybe Arizona. San Diego or Florida or Miami, that part, that kind of hot place. So his name was also Yan Di. Yan means hot, very, very hot. So the emperor of hot place, and he is a very hot guy. Yeah, he was very hot. And so he was walking around, and there was one time he saw a little bird and picking the seed, and then a few days later or a few years later, the little seed become plant. And he thought, oh, that was cool. Maybe I can try to see something that I can taste, and if it is good, it is not good, it is delicious, and maybe we can eat. Bird can eat it and become strong. Maybe we human can eat it. So he started to try. And 神农尝百草 is god of agriculture, tries 100 kind of plant. 草 is grass, but at this place it does not limit to grass. You know, the vocabulary, the ancient vocabulary was very limited, right? At the very first, the characters and vocabulary are quite limited, 10, 20 something, and then start to become very, very much. So 神农尝百草 is god of agriculture. 神农 try, 尝 is taste, 百 is 100, 草 is grass. So god of agriculture try 100 grass. It's a word-to-word translation, but it means the god of agriculture try different kind of plants. And he tasted. That's not bad. I will bring it back and see if we can plant it. And then he tried another one. A little bit bitter, 太苦了. And then he tried another one, sweet and sour. That looks like a little berry. And he tried a lot of things. I dare not to say maize, because I know that's not from China. I think maize or corn is from South America, must be. And the potato is from South America. And those things. And tomato maybe from Italy or something. And here is some much modern things. And the cucumber is also not from China. But cucumber has been planted for a long time, so China has a very good way of cooking cucumber. And the tomato, because it was not originated from China. So I do not know. If you go to Italy, go to other place, they make so wonderful tomatoes. And in China, it's relatively limited. There is 西红柿炒鸡蛋, egg fried tomato, and the tomato cold dish. But comparing with other ways, still they are doing pretty good. And also, potato now has more things, but still comparing with other potato cake, potato this and that, we are a little bit short of years of experience. That's a few hundred years of experience instead of in South America, maybe that's a few thousand years of experiment, right? Oh, Titi, did you hear the cat sound? Where were we? I'm a little bit distracted by the background noise. And I think we will just do this way, and so that you can fall asleep, you can feel a little bit distanced. You do not need to listen to me, you do not need to listen word to word. Anyway, I do not even know what I am saying word to word. There is a lot of grammar mistakes and things. So he tried so many things. I think rice originated from China. 黄道婆, no, 黄道婆是织布. Rice, maybe rice. I forgot. I need to check it. And so he tried a lot of things, and he thought about the very beginning. He saw the little birds pick up the seed and move it around, and the seed grow up. So he started to pick up the seed and collect them. And once he collected, he gave to his people. He's the god of agriculture. He was the god of agriculture, and he was the king or the emperor of a place. So give it to other people to plant, and then people plant, start to grow, and so that's the beginning of agriculture. And another thing we need to mention about, he was a very that was a very primitive stage. So the production is not so good, so big, and the taste was very original, not genetic modified. At that time, I don't think more than 10,000 years ago, I don't think they have biology and fertilizer. So it's not genetic modified. It's very original, and the taste a little bit more original. Some sweeter, some bitter. So that's the origin of Chinese agriculture. It was because of the god of agriculture. Okay, here we move on to another story, and this is totally made up story. And you know, every village if you go to tea village, they make tea village story. If you go to some tree story, they make a story about a tree, about other things. So here is the story of the tea. So the god of 神农尝百草, so god of agriculture. Let me have a cup of tea. I need the tea at this time. And that is a beautiful tea. So he was busy looking for new plants and taste everything. He tastes this, tastes that. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good, right? And you see, some people does not eat vegetable, and some people does not eat grain, right? And some people does not eat root fruit, potato, and a sweet potato, and the melon, and pumpkin, all these. So, and some vegetables or some plants are actually toxic, right? We all know this. We know poison ivy is toxic. A lot of plants are toxic as a self-defense mechanism, right? Some plants are very spiky because they want to protect themselves and not to be eaten by the cows, by the animals. So they grow a lot of spiky things like rose. Yeah, must be one time poked his fingers, bleeding. Anyway, so and we also know that the plants are very, very smart. Some of the flowers, they need to grow, they need to reproduce, they need to look for a partner. And at that time, there was no Ashley, no Tinder.com, no Match.com. No, there was no that. And also, the plants was on the ground. They cannot move, right? So the plants thought a lot, and thinking hard. And finally, they figure out a thing. They can listen. They can listen to the bees. If there is a bee passing by, the flower petal will swing, will dance, will move around, and give me a Monica Sandra, da di da di da di da da di di dun, da di 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 dun. Yeah, the tree will dance. The flower petal will dance, and as they turn around, talking around, there will be nectar in the flower start to come out, and the nectar will be sweeter. So, please excuse me, just a family passing by, so I kind of forgot where I was. I stopped the video. So it must be about the nectars. I am not making it up. I listened to some scientists making it up, or they do their research. So it's the intelligence of plants. So the plants will have produce sweeter nectar. And the bees like the nectar because the bees wants to drink that nectar and get nutrition, just drink some sweet tea. Nothing hurts, right? And get some energy. And at the same time, the bee drink will move around and touch a lot of pollens from other plants, and as they move, they will go to other plants, right? It's the tinder, or it's the matchmaker of flower. So that's the intelligence of plants. And if there is a bird, ding, 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 the flower petal will not do twerking. The flower petal will not swing left, swing right. No, the flower petal was intelligent because the bird will not bring in new pollen and will not bring the flower pollen to other place to be the matchmaker. So you have nothing to do with my life. I am not dealing with you. I am not talking to you. So the flower petal will stay as it is, and no sweet nectar produced. Okay, that's the story I just listened today. Okay, let's move on. So, 神农尝百草, the god of agriculture, he just started agriculture, and people thought he was so good. So he became emperor, and after he became emperor, he had a lot of things. A lot of things you can imagine. I am not emperor. I cannot imagine what they do. Maybe some dispute between the land. Anyway, you just imagine it. some bigger things, and also he was a good guy. He was hot. He was a good guy, and he produced a lot of seeds and looking for new seeds for people. And it was hard working. He had to climb mountain and walk around all the time to look for new seed and to pick new seed. And there was one day he was very tired. And so he thought, okay, I cannot keep on walking like this. I need to sit down. So he sit down, and he was thirsty. So he wanted to boil some water. And so he boiled a pot of water. So you can see the history is a little bit does not hold. I do not know at that time that the fire is invented or not. If Prometheus has visited China, I think he did not have visa to visit China at that time. Anyway, China has also a god of fire. Also, we will talk about in another story. So he boiled some water, and he almost fall asleep. He was half asleep, half awake, because he was so tired. It's like an afternoon power nap. I always have an afternoon power nap. And just at this time, a piece of leaf, tree leaf, fell down and fell into the water. So,神农, god of agriculture, he thought, I want to drink some clean water, but there is a piece of leaf. And then he gave himself a second thought. If I took it out, I will need to boil another pot of water, and it takes time, and I need to go to other place to get water. It was just too much. Let me just deal with it. So he smelled the water. He looked at the water. It's actually pretty good. It's fragrant, has a very original, very, very light, pleasant flavor or fragrance of that leaf. So he thought, let me drink it. So he drank it. And he drank it and thought, oh, that's a good thing. So later on, he will always choose that kind of tree to give to people, the tree leaf. And after drinking it, he was very energized because there is caffeine, right? That was the very origin of tea. That's it. And sometimes, so he kept on using this tea. Sometimes he overeat. Usually does not overeat. He ate something wrong. He will drink tea. Boom. He will recover immediately. And at the end, there was one time. Oh, that's a sad story. If you have children, do not listen to this part, okay? So, god of agriculture, he tried everything until one day he bumped into 断肠草. 断 is broken. 肠 is intestine. 草 is a kind of a plant. It's an intestine broken plant, or it's just a way to say a poison. He ate that poison. And even tea, he drank tea, he made tea, people gave him tea. could not recover. So that's a very, very poisonous plant. So so there is no so, there is no then, that's the end. You can make, you get the idea. So he ate poison, and poisonous plant, and there's nothing after that. That's the story of it. And神农尝百草is a story that when I was young, my grandparents, my grandma told me this story, and I actually forgot who told me. 60 years old, it must be. It's 60 years ago. I think it's okay if I forgot, right? Anyway, that's about it. I love you. I really do. Do. Goodbye. Bye.